हेलो एवरीवन, हम कंपनी अकाउंट स्टार्ट करने वाले हैं। सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन, व्हाट इज़ अ कंपनी? अ कंपनी इज़ अ एसोसिएशन ऑफ पर्सन formed through the process of law for the purpose of carrying on some business. Or we can say it is an association of person who contribute money or money's worth to a common stock and employ it for some common purpose. Or, in other words, we can also say that a company is an artificial person. It's not a legal person. It it is a person in the eyes of law, which have a separate legal entity, perpetual succession, and a common seal. So, from the definition, we can point out some of the features of the company. That is, separate legal entity. A company is not run by a person who is the same as in the proprietorship, or what we can say partnership, but a company is a legal person and its entity is quite distinct and separate from its member. It can purchase and sell property in its name. Means company can sell and purchase property in its own name, not in the names of the owner, unlike proprietorship and partnership business. And it also has a perpetual succession. This means that the existence of the company is not affected by the retirement, death, or insanity or insolvency of a person. Also, it has a limited liability, unlike the partnership and proprietorship. It also has a common seal. As an individual, as a human being, we have a particular signature of ours which is recognized, but the companies have a common seal, means the company seal is mandatory for every document to be the document as of the company. Its shares are transferable. This means that the company's capital is divided into smaller units known as shares. These shares can be transferred from one person to another. As earlier said, separation of management from ownership, that is, separate legal entity. Its management and ownership are totally different things. Or we can also say that company is basically of two types, limited and unlimited. So, unlimited company is a company whose liability is unlimited. It means when a company suffers loss, the members will be used to meet the claims of the creditors and other outside liabilities. Whereas in limited company, this is not the case. Members are liable only to the extent of the guarantee or of the shares held. So, a limited company by guarantee, a limited liability company, is a company whose members' liability are limited to the extent of the guarantee held by them, or the limited liability of the members are held as per the value of the shares held by them. This means that suppose a person is holding rupees 100 shares and he is having 20 shares, and if he has paid this 100 rupees, that is 20 into 100, if he has paid 2000 rupees, his liability is distinguished. But if he hasn't paid yet the whole amount, if he hasn't paid, suppose he has paid just 90 rupees, so his liability is to the extent of 10 rupees, which he hasn't paid yet. So the company limited by shares can be of three types, that is private company, public company, and a one person company. So a private company, this is defined in section 2 subsection 8 of Companies Act 2013. As per the section 2 subsection 68, a private company is one by its article of association. You must be knowing what is an article of association. Article of association defines all the clauses which a company and its outsiders have. So, as per the article of association, the company which restricts its right to transfer its shares, therefore we can say transfer of shares is not possible in private company, and maximum member which a private company have is 200. Also, it also prohibits any invitation to the public to subscribe any securities. Means outsiders cannot subscribe to its shares, whereas a public company is defined in section 2 subsection 671 of the Companies Act. It just simply says that a public company is a company which is not a private company. Means all company are public company except the private company. And OPC is a very recent concept. It means only one person is a member. A company in which only one person is a member is said to be a one-person company. Okay. Now, moving forward, we need to define certain terms. Share, as already defined, unit of capital. The total capital of a company is divided into smaller units known as shares. For example, if the total capital of the company is 10 lakh, which is divided into 1 lakh units, so the value of 1 unit will be 10 rupees each. Okay, so shares can be of two types: equity shares, another is the preference shares. So, preference shares are those shares which carry two rights. It is preferred over the equity shares. So, preference shares, while in the winding up of the company, have a right to receive dividend. They'll receive dividend. Unlike equity shareholders, they'll receive dividend only at the end of the year, whereas preference shareholders will receive dividend at the end of each year. And also during the winding up of the company, they'll have a preference over the equity shareholders. Means in the case of winding up, they'll be getting the money first, and then whatever is left will be divided among the equity shareholders. Also, this does not have voting right. They cannot vote. Preference shareholders cannot vote, whereas equity shareholders can vote. Another thing is debentures. Debentures is also a method of raising capital. Okay. So this was the basic of company accounts, which you all must know in order to start up with the company accounts. We are not starting with the account section today. We'll do it later. First, we need to understand the basics of the company. Okay.